Welcome back, explorers. In this report, we will delve deeper into one of the mysteries of the Andromeda system, and specifically attempt to explain and theorize one of the Remnant's most fearsome creation, the Architect. Standing at roughly the same size as a 5-story building, containing Element Zero flight cores and an unfathomable amount of weaponry, the Architect is perhaps one of the most dangerous, if not awe-inspiring wonders you could come across. But why is it so fearsome? Surely its towering size and monumental stature don't necessarily ooze friendliness. Its accompanying weapon system, perhaps rivaling that of Milky Way dreadnoughts, doesn't showcase a peace-first mentality. Or it could be the fact that all other Remnant creations harbor a certain hostility to anything living that gets too curious or too close to monoliths or vault locations. But I'd say the true danger in something so massive is not what we've seen, but rather the unknown. The Asari, calling herself PB of the Human Pathfinder team, theorizes that the Architect class of Remnant robotics is a builder or excavator type. Specifically meaning that the Remnant creator, or what some have begun to call builders, would have had to have a multitude of these architects to create the large underground networks, catacombs, and vaults that spanned underneath an uncountable amount of planets in the Helios cluster. That would put the Remnant creators in civilization as a positive for a Type 1 civilization on the Kadarshiv scale. To quickly refresh your memory in case you're unfamiliar with this scale, it's broken down into 3 simple tiers, although there is some debate on exact classification of civilizations. A Type 1 civilization can use and harness all planetary energy from a parent star. A Type 2 civilization can harness all of a star's energy or the entire radiation output of a star. Back in the Milky Way, 21st century human scientists theorized that the construction of a Dyson sphere would achieve this. And finally, a Type 3 civilization would have the ability to harness energy from an entire galaxy. Now, since the Andromeda galaxy contains a rough estimate of 1 trillion stars, comparing that to the Milky Way's estimated 400 billion, achieving a Type 3 status in the Andromeda galaxy is something we are unlikely to see from the Remnant. Now, where were we? Right, the Architects. Capitalizing off the Human Pathfinder team's discoveries, we can only theorize what the Architect's exact purpose is, but we can accurately guess some of its intentions, beyond hostility to our settlers and colonies. First and foremost, picture the Architect as a giant drill in a planetary sandbox. Now, to create the vast network of underground tunnels, vaults, and monoliths, the Architects would excavate by remote control or most likely autonomously. On a galaxy-wide scale, it almost makes more sense for these robots to operate independently, or with as little intervention as necessary. After deployment, we again theorize that the Architects would begin converting a planet's minerals and energy deposits to create overseers, assemblers, and all manner of Remnant tech, monoliths, and the terraforming vaults that they power. But the true question remains, why? Well, we can only guess at this point, but the massive amount of funding and cooperation and logistics to manage a galaxy-wide terraforming process would have been staggering, almost incomprehensible. To the Remnant creators, it probably wasn't feasible to install colonial operations, generators, agriculture, and housing on every planet. So a wide array of self-replicating robots with mandates at terraforming could have been their solution. But this explanation is only one potential of a multitude. Why haven't we seen any Remnant fossils, cities, or spacecraft? How come only their robotic children remain? Is this scourge phenomenon somehow involved? Was there some mass extinction event in the Remnant civilization, and all that remains is the echoes of a robotically hummed servitude? The Helios cluster of the Andromeda galaxy has opened us to a wondrous amount of discoveries, but clinging to this is a seemingly infinite abyss of mystery. Well, I suppose that's why we are here, to understand a new, albeit hostile, galaxy. Stay safe, Pathfinders. Hey guys, Taylor here. I wanted to quickly let you know that we have a Discord community group that has been started. If you want to join that, the link is in the description below. In that community group, we have LFGs. I post the lore video scripts early. I give a little bit more insight to what I'm working on, and I just have a good open ground to communicate with you guys.